How's your bullpen right now? Is it just
Taxed. That was a tough trip, bullpen wise. So we got guys available, but they're all running pretty hot. So just like most teams this time of year, the bullpens are running hot. But yeah, we should be good to go.
I asked that because of what you just said. Just this time of year is tough, difficult on all bullpens. What have you found in the past to give bullpens that second wind to kind of push through the last 30, 40 days?
I mean, it's kind of everybody, all of us, right? Even you guys. It's a long season, and you just have to choose to find your energy. You have to make a decision that I'm not tired, I'm ready to go, and I'm going to give everything I have, and then you do what you can every night to recover and get back at it. But obviously, if we can give guys days, we try to give guys days. If we can find a pocket for 2 days, even better. But trying to win games, so it's everybody, all hands on deck. Let's go.
Where do you find personally that energy to stay positive for these guys when you're going through like this?
It's a choice. You wake up in the morning. My dad told me you wake up in the morning and you get to decide if you're having a good day or not. Anytime you allow other things to dictate your mood, they're going to grab it and they're going to run with it. So the positives are we get an opportunity to win a baseball game tonight, and we're going to get to do it again tomorrow and show up every day with the attitude that we're going to win, and we're going to do all the work we can to go out and play at our best.
Felt like so much of that Texas series were just hard hit balls being played well defensively. Even when those moments happen, like, how do you preach to these guys at this time of the year, just remaining patient at the plate and letting things break?
Yeah, I mean, it's still baseball. I think, the calendar can add some pressure, but it's one game at a time. The games in April count the same that the games do now. It's a long season, and it's a marathon. It's a bunch of little sprints for a full marathon, and play one game at a time. Yesterday's over, and we can't control yesterday or tomorrow. We have to focus on today.
Well, 4 days ago, the narrative when we arrived in Arlington was the season's over for the Rangers. They'd lost 5 out of 7 on their road trip, and then you saw them turn things around. What are some tangible things that show you, okay, we've turned the corner, or at least we've gotten out of the malaise that we've been in?
Yeah, to me, it comes down to us throwing strikes and us getting hits in big spots. Situational hitting, coming through runners in scoring position. But to me, I love when people say the narrative. Like, well, that's just a narrative. It's not the truth. And you have to focus on what you can control each day, and that's for us to go out and play a clean baseball game, fill up the strike zone pitching-wise, and take good at-bats and get big hits when we need to.
How long what's the paternity list timeline for a guy like with Schnee going on today?
It's 3 days, so up to 3 days. But yeah, Schnee won't be back for any of these games this series. Excited for him and his wife.
You have to talk to him.
I told him yesterday, I said, send me a picture of the baby, let me know that mama's all right, and then don't talk to me until you land back in Cleveland. You need to be a dad and a husband for 3 days. Don't worry about us.
The Rays, I know you haven't had to live with their schedule this year, but obviously baseball schedules have been set a certain way for a long time. How difficult do you think it would be to be on the road as much as they've had to this time of the year?
Yeah, I don't envy their situation. It's really sad what happened to the Trop, and playing in an unfamiliar home stadium. I'm sure it feels like home now, but they've had a difficult year to navigate from logistics, I'm sure, and it's been a different feel for those guys playing in spring training stadium for a whole year. But that doesn't take away from how talented that team is, and we got our work cut out for us for 3 days.
I was going to ask you about that talent. I know that left side, they've got 2 really young kids that are playing there. Just what does it say about the talent that they have and what they can do to you?
I mean, the Rays historically have drafted, developed, brought a lot of talent to the big leagues. They develop pitching just as well as anyone. They're always going to have the talent to compete, and they don't go away. I mean, Cashie's a great leader over there, and they don't quit. And they've got a bunch of young, talented players to come at you with. And, they've got a few veteran bats mixed in there too that are tough to get out. So it's a very talented team. They play baseball the right way, and they run the bases hard. We have to take care of the ball, and we got to get some hits.
Voter, the last time the Rays faced Cleveland, Kyle was not an everyday player. How much has he grown from last year to this year, and where has he grown the most?
Yeah, I think Kyle's really learned how to use the whole field. I think early in his big league, his first few stints with us last year, it was a lot of pull. And then early in the year, it was a lot of pull, and now he's using the whole field. He's taking his singles. He's driving balls the other way. He's taken his walks. We've really seen him really give a professional at bat for a majority of this year, and we've seen some growth at first base. Had a rough game earlier in the year and kind of trickled with him for a week or so after that, but he's been solid over at first base. So really happy with the development of Kyle, and he's handled himself well.
He's on track for tomorrow.
Yeah, Means is throwing tomorrow in Louisville.
So it would be like another 15 more.
I believe so, yeah.
Over the last 7 years into this year, 3 of the Rays' best winning records against opponents, all Central Division teams. Does their style of play make it a more difficult matchup based on the way Central Division teams match up against each other? Is there anything to that, you think?
I don't know if there's anything to it. I think it's just, they have really good pitching, and they keep you off the scoreboard. So, I think we have to hit. That's all I can answer that with. I mean, I think sometimes you have someone's number, but then it's different players every single year, so you don't really know if or why.
What is your sense for what has allowed Kevin Cash to do this as well as he has for this long?
I mean, he's there for the players. I think anytime anybody who knows Cashy, what he cares about. He cares about his players and he wants to win. And when you do those two things, good things happen. And the Rays consistently turn out great talent from their minor league system, and they make really good acquisitions. They put together really difficult baseball teams to beat, and Cashy does a great job of bringing them all together.